Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector once again. I appreciate you stopping by. We are continuing to go through my personal collection today. We're going to be looking at comics from 1952.
Woo! Waking up fresh, it's a brand new day. Ooh, yeah. Comic books calling, let's go and play. Hey, hey. Cheap comic deals hitting all the spots. Woo, woo. Flipping through pages, connecting the dots. Woo! Monday's the best, what can I say? Heroes and villains take the blues away. All right. Cheap comic finds, collector's delight. Woo-wee. Bright colors popping, feels so right. Yeah. Comic book Monday, let's get it straight. Cheap comic joy, don't make us wait. Flip those pages, dive in the fun. Hey. Comic book Monday has just begun. Woo! Stacks of issues, they're calling my name. Oh yeah. From Cape Crusaders to that web slinger fame. Hey. Cheap thrills galore, pennies are fine. Comic book Monday, treasure unwind. Woo-hoo! Comic world wonders, can't get enough. Cheap comic hunter, never too tough. All right. Heroes unite in a wild-filled craze. Hey. Comic book Monday, forever amazed. Ooh, yeah. Comic book Monday, let's get it straight. Cheap comic joy, don't make us wait. Flip those pages, dive in the fun. Hey. Comic book Monday has just begun. Woo!
All right, so start of a new week. Happy Monday, and thanks once again for being here. Really appreciate that. I don't really have anything to talk about, but it is Monday, which seems to get the most views during the weekly shows. So I'm going to mention that we do besides the Monday through Friday shows at noon, that recorded videos that drop, we also have the live show 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday night. It's a $3 auction start. A lot of older books and things in there. And it's open to everybody. It's free shipping if you get 10 or more books. You can build your stack up over time. It's real simple. A lot of people seem to enjoy it, so hope you'll consider joining us on Saturday evening. Sunday we do the same thing, but it's for members only of the channel. And they get first. What we do on Mondays is we go through the books that are coming in. So the channel members do get first dibs on the books that come in. That's the main perk of the membership. It's only $2.99 a month if you want to consider joining. It's called the Super Friends, and there should be a join link button right down there if you care to do that. So, got all that out of the way. Let's get going here. We'll switch over to the other camera.
Howdy, partners. Today we present the very first Western comic book. Western Picture Stories was published in 1937 by Comics Magazine Company. The cover is by Bill Allison. The cover is by Bill Allison.
Boom! Right off the bat, Bugs Bunny's Vacation Funnies. And as I said, these are for my personal collection. We're going through, making a list, checking it twice, because my list is woefully out of date, and so I'm basically building a new one from scratch. And let me just pull that up so that I can actually do that. There we go. New comic list. And so this is Bugs Bunny's Vacation Funnies. And it is, of course, one of those fabled Dell Giants that everybody loves. Had Bugs Bunny's Christmas Funnies in an earlier episode. And of course, they were published by Dell. This one, 1951 to 1959, 9 issues total. And this is number 2. Interestingly, Christmas Funnies, Bugs Bunny Christmas Funnies came first and then Vacation Funnies. So I don't know if that's an indication that it sold well enough or they decided to do a second one or if it was planned to begin with, but could be. Basically Dell's version of an annual. But since it wasn't an annual, they could do more than one a year. So they did Christmas Funnies, Vacation Funnies. May even be more than that. I'm not sure. Charlie McCarthy. And I already had number 7 of those in an earlier show. So this is number 9. Don't have to look up that information. Just type in number 9. Charlie McCarthy in The Wolf of Cave Canyon. And some more good old 4 colors. This is Mickey Mouse and the Smuggled Diamonds. 4 color number 362. Oh, we didn't put a sticker on Charlie. And Mickey's already got one. Another Mickey Mouse 4 color, number 427. Mickey Mouse and the Wonderful Wizards. Yeah, which is basically a living car, if I remember correctly. Well, that's a real beater. Black Beauty, 4 color number 440. Of course, these are all 1952, so went from 362 to 440 at least, as far as 440. So there may have been that's a lot of issues in a year, right? 362 to 440, like 80 issues. Then there may have been more because we don't know exactly where the cutoff is. So could have been like 100 issues a year. That's more than 2 a week. I wonder if it says anything in the small print about what the publishing schedule was for 4 color, or if they just considered them all one shots. Yeah, nothing about how often. It says they were basically all considered one shots, which is interesting because I don't think they ever really offered a subscription to the one shots, right? To the 4 colors. They did to the regular series. And a Fawcett publication, Lash LaRue Western, number 30. Gonna have to look that one up. Sorry, it's taking a little bit to have some technical difficulties. This is a good laptop, but sometimes the cursor just wants to jump when I click it. And I guess if I used a mouse, it would be easier, but I don't ever really have room to do that in here. 1949 to 1954 was Lash LaRue. Had 46 issues. And this is number 30. Cool. It's interesting on these that they basically had a photo cover, but then they went ahead and put a couple panels from the inside on there to show people that it was a comic, because otherwise you might think it was like a fan magazine or something, I suppose. Because I think Fawcett made those as well. That would be my guess of why they would do that. But and there's number 32. Everybody, marketing always assumes that people are stupid. And Walter Lantz, the new funnies. And this one, 190. And that's in one of those bigger magazine size bags. So we're going to get that in a Golden Age bag. Paul Terry's comics. Don't think we've had one of those yet. By St. John Publishing. Again, I don't think I had, before I started doing this channel, I don't think I had ever seen any St. John comics before. This went 1951 to 1955, but it existed earlier that as something else because it had a name change. Because it starts with number 85, goes to 125. First 84 issues were Paul Terry's Adventures of Mighty Mouse. And this is number 90. And I'm just going to open this up and double check the year since I don't have a sticker on it. Yep, January 1952. Mighty Mouse, Heckle and Jekyll, Farmer Gray, and Dandy Goose. Oh, and a back cover that is in pieces. I remember that was like that, so that didn't happen in the bag. got a loose cover, and that was coming off of the comic. There we go. And Porky Pig, I got this one marked as incomplete, so I am not actually going to put this one in the list. Let me double check and make sure it's incomplete. Yeah, it's in the centerfold. So, actually going to take that one and put it to the side for now. It'll go in my repair pile. This was before I figured out that I could print out pages and such. So, hopefully, there's a nice scan of that online and I can print out the missing pages. But for now, we're going into the pile. Roy Rogers Trigger. Number 4 from 1952. Roy Rogers Trigger or Roy Rogers and Trigger? There was both. There was a Roy Rogers and Trigger, and there was a Roy Rogers Trigger. So there was one issue for 4-color, so then the numbering started with number 2, and this is actually the earlier version. It became Roy Rogers and Trigger from this. So 1951 to 1955, and had numbers 2 to 17 because first issue was a 4-color, and this is number 4. And then with 18, it became Roy Rogers and Trigger. This is number 7. All right, I'm noticing something wrong here. Got them both marked as 1952, but this is March, May, and the later number is January, February. So this, it's December to February. Okay. All right, so that is correct then. And then we got Tarzan. Boy, that's a beat up one, isn't it? My earliest Tarzan. I guess Tarzan's not too popular anymore, but once upon a time he was so popular that every single publisher had the license at one point in time, or they made up their own version. All right, I don't see Tarzan. Do they have it listed under Edgar Rice Burroughs? Nope. I'm just going to leave it listed as Tarzan. So they're all in the same place. Tarzan, 1948 to 1962. Then after that, it became Tarzan of the Apes from Gold Key, I believe. But this was not in 4-color. It had started with the first issue and went to 131 before the name change. And this is number 36. Is he riding a dog? That's what it looks like. I guess it could be a lion, maybe. It's hard to tell with how damaged the cover is. And we got Vacation Parade, another Dell Giant. Love them. And Vacation Parade only had, nope. What's this? Clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Walt Disney's Vacation Parade. Dell, 1950, 1954. That's weird. It only had 5 issues, but the Bugs Bunny version had 9 issues. But there were a lot more Disney books. Dell Giant Disney books. So maybe they wanted to change it up a little bit. Because I know they did other ones. And this is number 3. And I don't like that ugly tape on the bag. I don't like this bag at all, actually. I think I'm going to change it. Much better. And then since it doesn't have the border, here's the back cover. It's interesting. Looks like Goofy's got a corn dog, Morty and Fergie playing baseball, Mickey's swimming, down the kids are trying to fish, Minnie's roasting a Frankfurter, Gus Goose eating watermelon, and Little Bad Wolf's reading a comic book. I'm with Little Bad Wolf. And also from 1952, Walt Disney's Comics and Stories 147. Gonna double check that number. It does say 147. It does say 1952. And the reason I'm checking is because I already have a 214 and a 223 in there. But that must be ones from the first 2 episodes. They used their Tinker Toy set to build a ladder to get the cookies. And then we do have two to add in from the previous shows. We got the 4-color 387, the Mickey Mouse, and Gerald McBoing Boing #2 with the nearsighted Mr. Magoo. So I'm just going to go back through these so they are in order. Give you one more look at them, albeit quickly. And it's 4-color. So Gerald McBoing Boing is going to go in there. And the other 4-color is Mickey Mouse 387. And that's going to fit there. So they had quite a few Mickey Mouse 4-colors in the same year. So I wonder if they were doing them. Maybe that's why they had so many titles or so many issues of 4-color in a year, because of the books that they were actually publishing monthly, like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and so forth, that they haven't actually moved to their own title numbering yet. It's a theory. All right, there we go. That's what we got. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it more than I can ever say. And we'll do it again tomorrow with comics from 1953, I guess. Have a great day.
Flicking through the paper dimes, finding heroes in hard times. Superman and Cape Crusades are the dreams that comics made. Brightly colored pages bring legends that make young hearts sing. Rocket ships and alien planes, all in frames that broke their chains. All in color for a dime, adventures caught in every line. The first comic book so grand, wish I had one in my hand.